verse 14. Now, he says here, and this is about the seventh thing he suggested for them to do, sanctify a fast. Now, God had never asked them to do that before. You see, God gave to them feast days. He never gave them a fast day. And it was not until they plunged into sin. And now the one sin he mentions that was destroying the nation was drunkenness. It was robbing people of their normal thinking, making alcoholics of them. And they were not able to make right judgments. Sanctify a fast, he says. Then the eighth thing, call a solemn assembly. In other words, come together. And God wanted them to come together and rejoice in His presence. But He says this one is to be a solemn assembly. And here the ninth thing, gather the elders and all the inhabitants of the land into the house of the Lord. And that's the time to go to church, by the way. During World War II, two men that were rather godless men that belonged to all different kinds of clubs, drinking clubs, most of them are. And so these two men, very good friends, they met one day at church. And one said to the other, said, well, I didn't know that you went to church. Another says, well, I didn't know that you did either. And he said, well, I don't go to church. This is my first day. But I got a boy over there fighting in this war. I thought it was about time I got to church. May I say to you, friends, that in times of great trouble, it drives people to God. Now he says here that the inhabitants of the land are to come now, not up to one of the feast days, but now a fast day, to the house of the Lord your God. And now, the 10th and last thing, cry unto the Lord. Cry unto the Lord. And why? Because God is merciful. God is gracious. God wants to forgive. Our God is a wonderful God, you see. And they were to come to Him, and He would hear and answer their prayer if they came in time of difficulty. Now, having just given them the warning, and these are injunctions, these are the things they are to do if they want the blessing of God upon them.